The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. It's now time for Ottumwa Baseball. Heard right here on your news and information leader, 1240 AM and 102.7 FM, KBIZ. Now, let's get you to the field with the voice of the Ottumwa Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
Ottumwa High Baseball is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody. From John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field. Jason Van Arkel reporting. Eddie Argo is the on-site video producer. Guadalupe Contreras is our radio producer back at the KBIZ studios. It's a Friday night doubleheader between your Ottumwa Bulldogs and the Rams of Southeast Polk High School. Ottumwa comes in with a record of 0-1, having dropped their season opener Wednesday night to Indianola 5-2. Southeast Polk comes in having won all four of their opening games to this point. And as we take a look at tonight's matchup, I realize I brought yesterday's notes and not today, so we'll try to recreate them from memory. Ottumwa, of course, dropping that game to Indianola. You knew it was going to be a tough game taking on the number 10 team in the state to open the season. Ottumwa didn't do itself any favors. They committed 3 errors in the game, walked 4 batters, and hit 3 batters, and it was a couple of hit batters with 2 out that really set up the 4-run inning that made the difference for Indianola in the 4th inning of that game. If Ottumwa gets out of that inning unscathed and the rest of the game goes the way it did, Ottumwa would have won 2-1. So Bulldogs certainly got to clean up mistakes. Something encouraging out of Game 1 was the performance of the bullpen between Jared Mitchell and A.J. Guest. Ottumwa got 3 1/3 scoreless innings of relief. That's certainly something that could bode well going forward. The Bulldogs facing another tough team, another perennial power here in Southeast Polk tonight. Always seems like we open the season with tough teams, get an early test of where we are. This is also a bit of a tune-up for what will be a busy week next week for Ottumwa. The Bulldogs will play 7 games in 5 days, including ending the week with a trip to Waterloo for what will be their 3rd straight year playing in the Waterloo tournament at Riverfront Stadium. So a big week coming up next week, but a big Friday night doubleheader here against Southeast Polk. As for the Rams, as we mentioned, they've been one of the big powers in Class 4A for over a decade. But last year, a bit of a down year for them, 22-19, although they did get to the sub-state final in the playoffs before running into fellow CIML Central member Waukee. And it's hard to be dominant every year when your conference includes Johnston, Waukee, Urbandale, Valley, and Dowling. Those teams are always good in baseball, and that is just a monster conference that Southeast Polk plays in. Now, the Rams are off to a great start. They're 4-0, and not only are they 4-0, they've gotten great starting pitching. In each one of their games, they've only allowed their opponent 1 run. They've got doubleheader sweeps over both Roosevelt and Ames, 2 teams from the Iowa Alliance Conference, of course, and they're looking to make it a 6-0 run against Alliance members tonight. One difference for Southeast Polk tonight is that those first 4 games were at their home diamond up in Pleasant Hill. They're on the road for the first time this season tonight, playing here at Legion Memorial Field, John Hart Stadium. So it's the Rams and the Bulldogs, and we are about 12 minutes away or so from the opening pitch of Game 1 of tonight's doubleheader. Right now we'll take a 2-minute timeout, and when we come back we'll talk about how Ottumwa's played Southeast Polk a lot over the past several years without a lot of success, even though the games have been competitive. That comes your way next after this 2-minute timeout on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs and Southeast Polk, Friday night doubleheader at Legion Memorial Field, John Hart Stadium. These two teams played a doubleheader last year up in Pleasant Hill, and Southeast Polk won both games. Game one was a 6-1 Rams win, where Tucker Long, who's pitching tonight, actually pitched pretty well, but his defense let him down with 4 errors in that game. The Bulldogs gave up 3 unearned runs. Game two, Ottumwa dropped it 4-3. It was an exciting affair. The Bulldogs would tie the game in the top of the 5th inning. Southeast Polk took the lead in the bottom half by a run. Ottumwa tied it again in the 6th. Southeast Polk took the lead again in the bottom of the 6th and hung on for the victory. Ottumwa has only beaten Southeast Polk once since 2015. They won 1 of 2 in 2021. But they played a lot of close games, some low scoring, some high scoring. We've dropped a game to them 2-1. We've dropped a game to them, I think, 15-14 in the past 7 or 8 years. And it seems like Ottumwa was always competitive with the Rams, but usually doesn't come out on top. Will it be different tonight? The Bulldogs have 2 of their better pitchers on the mound for these 2 games. And Southeast Polk is getting into their 5th and 6th starters tonight. Now, their 5th and 6th starters are probably still pretty good, but can Ottumwa take advantage of Southeast Polk being at the back end of their rotation? Well, the Bulldogs are again using 2 of their 3 top pitchers tonight. And can Ottumwa make it happen and get into the win column for the first time this season? The head coaches are meeting at home plate. That's Scott Supernaut for Southeast Polk, and John Yeager, of course, in his 11th season for Ottumwa. Supernaut in his 2nd season as the Southeast Polk head coach. Well, they have that meeting. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with the starting lineups on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Bulldogs and Southeast Polk. Game 1 of our doubleheader coming up in mere moments. Time now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Rams under their head coach, Scott Supernaut. Leading off and playing right field is Jack Casey. Batting second, the shortstop, Ian McDaniel. The number 3 hitter is the third baseman, Maddox O'Connor. And the cleanup hitter is the center fielder, Carson Kesey. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Brett Nicodemus. The number 6 hitter is the first baseman, Landon Hamilton. Corbin Medina, the catcher, will bat 7th. Alex Stewart in left field batting 8th. Batting 9th for Southeast Polk is the second baseman, Cale Supernaut. On the mound for the Rams is Jarrett Canada, and we'll get you his numbers when he comes to the mound in the bottom of the first inning. Those are the Rams. These are your Ottumwa Bulldogs. Leading off and catching, Dalton Dowd. Batting second, the right fielder in Game 1, Tanner Shark. Carter Thompson will play shortstop in Game 1 and bat third. Jared Mitchell, the cleanup hitter, at first base. Tucker Long is the pitcher in Game 1 for Ottumwa. He will bat fifth. Braylon Griffiths in left field hitting 6th. Matt Mitchell, the third baseman, bats 7th. Javen Rominger in center field hitting 8th. And batting 9th is the second baseman, Kason Palm. Southeast Polk has gray jerseys, white numbers on the back. They've got a wide gold stripe trimmed in black on the sleeves. Trying to get a look at the front of the jersey.
Number 4.
And they have gray camouflage caps. Ottumwa wearing the home whites, pinstripes, jerseys and pants, script lettering Bulldogs across the front with the flourish underneath. Red numbers, lower front left on the front, red numbers on the back, red caps with the Ottumwa O. Dalton Dowd, the catcher, with his red, white, and blue patriotic catcher's gear.
Jarrett Canada. Assistant coaches.
Beautiful day for a ball game here in Ottumwa. A little cooler today than it was on Wednesday. Our game time conditions, 66 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Make it 67 degrees. 67 degrees and a northwest wind at 14 miles an hour. That is blowing in from left. And so a ball in flight to left field will be knocked down a little bit. A ball hit to right field will be blown towards the right field line. The wind will have not a huge effect tonight, especially since, as we talk about every time we're at home, the diamond here at John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field, kind of set down in a little bowl, so we're a little protected from the wind. When the wind is under 10 miles an hour, we almost don't feel it at all. Today we feel the breeze, but it's certainly not howling in from left. It'll have a mild effect, but not a great one. As soon as they're done introducing the Ottumwa starting lineup, we will have our national anthem.
Batting 7th, and playing third base, number 20, Matt Mitchell.
And then we'll be ready for Game 1 of tonight's Twin Bill. Final broadcast of this first week of baseball season. Next week, we're on the air Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We've got baseball radio only at Oskaloosa Monday. Softball season opener, home versus Southeast Polk Tuesday. Baseball at Ames Wednesday. Softball hosting Hoover Thursday. And then Friday, baseball in the Waterloo Tournament at Riverfront Stadium. Time now for the national anthem. We'll take 2 minutes and return with the opening pitch of the ball game on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good afternoon once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer, Guadalupe Contreras, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Ottumwa and Southeast Polk, Tucker Long on the mound for Ottumwa, first start of his freshman campaign after pitching as an 8th grader for varsity last year. The defense behind him for Ottumwa here in Game 1 finds Braylon Griffiths in left, Javen Rominger in center, Tanner Shark in right, Matt Mitchell at third, Carter Thompson at short, Kason Palm at second, Jared Mitchell at first, and Dalton Dowd behind the plate. Jack Casey will lead it off for Southeast Polk, hitting .231, 4 runs batted in through the Rams' first 4 games. Southeast Polk 4-0, Ottumwa 0-1. First pitch of the ball game is on the inside corner for a called strike. First pitch at 5:31. Again, 67 degrees here in Ottumwa under mostly sunny skies. The 0-1. Little flare out to second. Long run for Palm. It's over his head, and it's a bloop single into right field. He was never going to get there. Great effort. And Shark gets it back in quickly, but it is a bloop leadoff single for Casey. Southeast Polk will run 14 steals in 14 tries through their first 4 games as a team. That brings up the shortstop, Ian McDaniel. Senior hitting .500. That is 3 for 6. He's played in 3 of the first 4 games. He has 2 RBI. Showing bunt early here. A long pause in the pitch. It's high. Snap throw down to first, not in time. And that is ball 1 to McDaniel. Tucker Long last year as an 8th grader, 9 appearances, 6 starts, 4-1 with a 1.33 ERA. Opponent has hit just 166 against him. The pitch. Swing away. Chopper to second. Could be 2. To second for 1. Thompson's relay to first. In time. 4-6-3 double play. Palm to Thompson to Mitchell, and there's 2 out and nobody on.
4-6-3 double play for the Bulldogs. That brings up third baseman number 19, Maddox O'Connor.
That brings up Maddox O'Connor, the third baseman. That's Ottumwa's first double play turn this season. O'Connor, just 1 for 10 on the young season. He has drawn a couple of walks. Right-handed batter. The wind by Tucker in the pitch. Breaking ball over but low, ball 1. One and 0 to the Ram third baseman. There's a fastball grounded foul down the third base line. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Two out, nobody on. A bloop single erased by a double play to start the ball game today. Long's 1-1 to O'Connor. Came inside and went all the way to the backstop. Thought it might have gotten a piece of him, but O'Connor did not claim as such. 2-1 the count. The next offering from Tucker. Ground ball to short. 3 easy hops to Carter Thompson. The throw across on the money, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left after half an inning. The Rams nothing. The Bulldogs coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our Quick Care Walk-in Clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning. Ottumwa allowed a hit, but no runs to Southeast Polk in the top half, and now the Bulldogs will get their first look at right-hander Jarrett Canada for the Rams. Canada, not spelled like the country, C-A-N-I-D-A. He's a senior. Last year as a junior, he made 7 appearances, 2 starts. He went 1-1, had a 1.40 ERA, 25 innings pitched. Opponents hit 172 against him, 15 hits allowed, 7 walks, 22 strikeouts. So he was very good, mostly in a relief role. And he's already the 5th starting pitcher Southeast Polk has used this year. Remember, they played doubleheaders Wednesday and Thursday, sweeping both Roosevelt and Ames. The defense behind Canada for Southeast Polk finds Alex Stewart in left, Carson Kesey in center, Jack Casey in right, Maddox O'Connor at third, Ian McDaniel at short, Cale Supernaut at second, Landon Hamilton at first, and Corbin Medina, the catcher. Dalton Dowd will lead it off for Ottumwa. Dowd is 0 for 4 on the season. Again, Ottumwa 0-1 after the loss 5-2 to Indianola on Wednesday. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. First pitch of the bottom of the first is just off the plate outside, ball 1. The 1-0 is on the inside corner at the letters, and they even things up at a ball and a strike. Not a lot of changes to the Ottumwa lineup game 1 to game 2. Pitch is up and away to Dowd, 2-1. In fact, Case and Palm, the only member of the lineup who did not appear in game 1. As that pitch is grounded to the right side, past the diving second baseman, a seeing eye single to lead it off in the bottom of the first for Dalton Dowd, and he has his first hit of the season. Just out of the reach of the dive by Supernaut. That brings up Tanner Shark, playing right field here in game 1, and before he bats, he'll head halfway down the third baseline to talk to head coach John Yeager.
Luke Gravy, courtesy running.
We do have a courtesy runner for Dowd, the catcher, Luke Gravy.
Center fielder number 2, Tanner Shark.
So Gravy now running at first. And he's liable to run. He stole a base against Indianola on Wednesday. Shark stands in. Left-handed batter, first pitch, outside, ball 1. Shark against Indianola, 1 for 1 with a walk and was hit by a pitch, so he reached base 3 times. One and 0 the count. Tanner showing bunt. Runner goes, pitch is high. The throw down to second is passed all the way into center field. Gravy heading for third. The throw to third will not be in time. And Ottumwa's got a runner at third and nobody out. Medina's one-hop throw missed both the shortstop, McDaniel, and then the second baseman, Supernaut, trying to back it up. I think it hit both of their gloves but continued on into shallow center. So Gravy gets his second stolen base. He'll advance to third on an error by the catcher. And now the potential first run of the game at third with nobody out. Tanner Shark with a 2-0 count. See if Ottumwa can make Southeast Polk pay for the air. That pitch off the glove of the catcher, but it landed right at the edge of the circle behind home plate. Gravy holds at third, and the count 3-0 to Shark with Carter Thompson on deck. Each team now with a hit. Southeast Polk with that error. 3-0 to Shark. Gravy with the short lead at third. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner at the knees. 3-1. Tanner taking all the way. As we talk about the lineup having Case and Palm in it instead of Luke Reinhardt, the reason for that is simple. Tucker Long plays second when he's not pitching, but he's pitching tonight. Shark shows bunt. Bunts at squeeze play. Fielded, and the throw to the plate. Not in time! Gravy beats the wrap. He gets in under the tag. Shark gets the RBI, and Ottumwa leads 1-0. I don't think Tanner gets a hit for that. It's a fielder's choice. Everybody's safe. But Shark will get his first RBI.
Now batting, shortstop, number 19, Carter Thompson.
Canada made it a close play. He barehanded that ball. Kind of bobbled it on the first attempt and then made a good throw. Medina put the tag on Gravy as he slid in, but Luke got that foot in time. And now that brings up Carter Thompson. First pitch popped up foul to the left. That'll get out of play for strike one. Carter Thompson was 0 for 2 with a walk in the season opener on Wednesday. So Ottumwa turns a base hit, a stolen base in air, and a squeeze bunt. And now runner goes, pitches high, double clutch by Medina, throw to second, not in time. Shark with his first stolen base of the year, I think. Let me double check that. Yep, that's his first steal. Count even at 1-1 to Thompson. And now Shark in scoring position with nobody out. Once Medina double clutched on the throw, there was no chance he was going to throw out the speedy Tanner Shark. Canada looks back at second. Thompson showing bunt again. Infield had been back. Now the corner's creeping in. Thompson gets a good bunt down in front of the plate. Medina picks it up. Throw to first in time. Shark did not get a good look at that. Or maybe he felt like the bunt didn't get far enough away from home plate. He holds his ground at second. Thompson retired 2-3, and there's one away for Jared Mitchell. Mitchell was 1 for 3 against Indianola.
Now batting first baseman number 15, Jared Mitchell.
Big right-handed batter will stand in against Canada. Sharks still at second with one down. The stretch and the pitch. Ground ball foul, third base side, just past John Yeager, who tried to field it barehanded. 0-1 the count. Ottumwa with an early 1-0 lead. Dalton Dowd singled. His courtesy runner Luke Gravy stole second, went to third when the throw got away. Now Mitchell fouls it off to the right out of play 0-2. Gravy scored on a squeeze bunt by Tanner Shark. Shark was safe at first on the play as well. Shark stole second. Carter Thompson tried to bunt him over to third, but the bunt didn't get far enough in front of the plate. And Thompson was thrown out while Shark stayed at second. Now it's an 0-2 count to Jared Mitchell. Long look back at second by Jared Canada. The pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. Foul territory. Going to be a tough play, but the third baseman is underneath it, and making the catch is O'Connor for out number 2. That's a tough play for a third baseman, but Maddox O'Connor read that well. That'll bring up Tucker Long, the pitcher trying to help his own cause. Tucker was 0 for 3 in game 1, but he did have an RBI. He'd like to add to his RBI total and add to his team's lead here. Sharks still at second. Good speed out there with 2 down. The pitch to Long. Outside, ball 1. Canada's been trying to hit that outside corner against these left-handed hitters, and in the umpire's estimation, he has not found that corner yet. The 1-0. Way high, 2-0. Hitters count for Tucker Long. 2 balls, no strikes. Dogs up 1-0. Chance to add another run here in the bottom of the first. The 2-0. Lifted to shallow left. Late jump on it, coming on and playing on a hop. It's a base hit. Shark around third on his way home. The throw is cut off. RBI single Tucker Long. It's 2-0. Alex Stewart, the left fielder, he hesitated on that ball. It wasn't hit all that hard as Long went the other way. And Tucker got it down for his second RBI of the season. Ottumwa converting its early opportunities in this game. They were not able to convert most of the limited opportunities they had on Wednesday. They got a couple of late runs to make it interesting. Now here's Braylon Griffiths playing left field here tonight, 0 for 3 in Game 1 against Indianola Wednesday. And that pitch came in and hit him hard in the arm. So he'll head down to first, and the courtesy runner for Long, Kobe Chantalavan, heads to second. So 2 on with 2 out for Matt Mitchell, the sophomore third baseman.
Batting for the Bulldogs.
Mitchell was 0 for 2 and was hit by a pitch on Wednesday. Bulldogs have 2 hits in the inning, 2 runs, and 2 on with 2 out. First pitch, ground ball left side, that's through for a base hit. They're going to put the stop sign on, though, for Chantalavan, is up with it quickly as Stewart firing it back in. But a single for Matt Mitchell. That's his first varsity hit, and the bases are loaded with 2 out for Javen Rominger. Ottumwa already up 2-0, and now a base hit in the right spot could really make this a big inning.
Batting for the Bulldogs, center fielder number 1, Javen Rominger.
Rominger 1 for 3 with a double on Wednesday. Canada from the wind with the bases loaded. The pitch outside, a sweeping slider, ball 1, no place to put him. A dog at every base. You've got Chantalavan at third, Griffiths at second, Matt Mitchell at first. The 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Bulldogs have 3 hits in the inning. Southeast Polk's committed 1 error. The 2-0. Popped it up, jammed him right side. Who wants it? Supernaut, the second baseman, all the way over towards the line, drifting back with the wind, makes the catch. And the side is retired, so Ottumwa leaves them loaded, but they do get 2 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 3 left after an inning. Bulldogs 2, Rams nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced, professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning. Ottumwa 2, Southeast Polk nothing, and that is significant. Not only does Ottumwa have the lead, this is Southeast Polk's 5th game. It's the first time they've allowed more than 1 run. They gave up exactly 1 run in each of their first 4 games, all wins. Ottumwa's already got 2 on the board. And there is a conversation going on between the umpires and the head coaches up the first baseline, and I'm not sure why. And sometimes you watch these discussions and you try to decipher what's going on. The home plate umpire doing most of the talking there. Both coaches seem to be clarifying something and using numbers with their hands, but for the life of me, I'm not sure what they're discussing, although the umpire had his lineup card out. We'll see if we can see any changes. At any rate, we go to the top of the second inning at Ottumwa with a 2-0 lead. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Rams, starting with the center fielder Carson Kesey. First pitch to the lefty is outside from Tucker Long, ball 1. Kesey hitting .364 with a double, a triple, and 6 runs batted in so far. His pitch, a high chopper back to the mound. Long waits on it, fields it cleanly, throws to first, out number 1. It's already 4 ground ball outs for Tucker Long. Now, we're used to him getting a lot of strikeouts. Southeast Polk, not a team that strikes out very much.
Now batting designated hitter number 35, Brett Nicodemus.
Here is Brett Nicodemus, the DH, a junior, batting .429. That is 3 for 7. He's driven in 3. Right-handed batter. First pitch, fastball, liner to second, caught by Kason Palm for out number 2. Quickly 2 down, and you really appreciate the fact that in the early going, Tucker Long is keeping his pitch count to a minimum.
Number 12, Landon Hamilton.
Because as a freshman, he's still under strict pitch count limits. He throws a fastball strike to Landon Hamilton, the first baseman, 0-1. Hamilton, a senior, hitting .375, a double, a triple, and 3 runs batted in. Fastball is over but low, and the count even at a ball and a strike. The next offering, ground ball foul right side, and the count 1-2. The 1-2, inside and low with the breaking ball, 2-2. 2 out, nobody on, top second, Ottumwa leading 2-0. Long shakes off the first sign, now has what he wants, the 2-2. Popped it up right side, and that'll be Tanner Shark coming in near the line, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rams. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning. Ottumwa 2, Southeast Polk nothing. Bulldogs sent 8 men to the plate in the first inning. They scored 2. They left 3 more. But now they'll look to add to that lead and give Tucker Long some more cushion here in inning number 2. It'll be Kason Palm, then the top of the order, Dalton Dowd and Tanner Shark. We mentioned the pitch count and how Tucker Long has been very efficient the first 2 innings. Long has thrown just 8 pitches in each inning. So 16 through 2 innings. As a freshman, he can only throw 90 in a game. And that's 20 less than upperclassmen can throw. But at just 16 through 2 innings, if Long can stay that efficient, he'll go very deep into this game. So here's Kason Palm with his first at-bat of the season. Right-handed batting second baseman. And the first pitch is looped out to second. It'll be caught by Cale Supernaut for out number 1. Didn't even get a chance to tell you that Palm last year batted .312 in limited duty. Top of the order, Dalton Dowd. He singled his first time up. His courtesy run to Luke Gravey came around to score the game's first run.
Dalton Dowd.
First pitch is well outside to the left-handed batting Dowd, 1-0. Ottumwa 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Southeast Polk no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. The 1-0. Up and away, 2-0. Ottumwa's done a good job of getting ahead in the count early on in this game. 2 balls, no strikes. Canada's pitch, way outside, 3-0. Bulldogs haven't actually drawn a walk yet. They've had one batter hit by a pitch. Now the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. And Dowd draws a 4-pitch walk. Second time he's reached. Again, his courtesy runner will most likely be Luke Gravy. And indeed, Luke comes out of the dugout. So Gravy at first with one out, and here is Shark. Shark got an RBI and a squeeze bunt his first time up. Fielder's choice. Everybody was safe. The throw went home, but not in time. The third baseman, O'Connor, in on the edge of the grass. Throw to first, and Gravy back in safely. One on, one out, 2-0 Ottumwa as they bat in the bottom of the second. Another throw to first, closer, but back in safely is Gravy. Short lead now for Luke. And the pitch. Fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike to Tanner Shark. He'll pitch game 2. Playing right field here in game 1. Gravy edges out to a lead. Showing bunt. Throw to first, and Luke back in safely. Still 0-1 to Tanner. Righty to lefty, Canada. Waiting, Shark showing bunt. The pitch. Pitch is high. Shark pulled the bat back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Canada working more deliberately now than he was earlier. Again, bunt shown. Pitch way outside. 2-1. I don't know if Tanner intends to offer at it if it's in the zone, but so far he's been scoring around and hasn't had anything to offer at. Now he squares around, and he does bunt it out towards third base. Picking up is Medina. Throw to first. In time is the call in the dugout for Ottumwa. Can't believe it. Boy, that was a really close play. It will be a sacrifice for Shark 2-3, but he was bunting for a hit there, and he at least very nearly beat it out.
Number 19, Carter Thompson.
So 2 out and Gravy in scoring position for Carter Thompson, who tried to bunt his first time up and was thrown out by the catcher. Takes a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Medina wanted to come up and throw to second as Gravy had gotten a big secondary lead, but nobody was covering second when Medina came up, and he had to hang on to the ball as Luke scrambled back to the base. 1-0 to the Bulldog shortstop. The next pitch. Swing and a foul cued off the end of the bat over towards the Ottumwa on deck circle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ottumwa leading 2-0, trying to add to it here in the bottom of the second inning. Runner at second and 2 away. Base hit into the gap would get it done. Outfield straight away for the most part. The pitch in the dirt. Gravy took off for third. The throw down to third, not in time. Luke Gravy had a big secondary lead. When that pitch hit the dirt, he immediately took off. Medina was surprised. He didn't come up throwing right away. That'll go in the book as a wild pitch. Although Ottumwa might credit Gravy with the steal for being so aggressive on that, but he did run with the pitch in the dirt. At any rate, the count is 2-1 to Thompson, and now any kind of a hit would score the run. And there's a ground ball to third. O'Connor has it cleanly. The throw across is in time, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left at third. After 2, though, Ottumwa 2, Southeast Polk nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the third inning, Tucker Long has allowed just one hit. He's faced the minimum through 2 innings. And Tucker had, when Tucker is on base, he has a hand protector for sliding that he wears. It was still in his pocket when he went out to warm up because he was thinking he might get to bat in that second inning. So after threw a warm-up pitch and he realized he still had that protector, he tried to throw it back to the dugout. He got that thing up in the wind, kind of twisting like a Frisbee, and it sailed all the way over the Ottumwa dugout on the first base side. Then again, Tucker does have that rocket for an arm, so maybe we shouldn't be all that surprised. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Rams. Corbin Medina, Alex Stewart, Cale Supernaut. Medina, the catcher, does not have an at-bat yet this year. This is only the second game he's appeared in. Right-handed batter. First pitch, fastball strike, 0-1. See if Medina has any stats from last year. Breaking ball missed outside, and the count even at 1-1. Medina had 18 at-bats a year ago, hit .333 with a triple and 3 RBI. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Our Game 1 home plate umpire is at a pretty strict strike zone. He's not giving anything extra off the corners. There's a good breaking ball in for a strike, and it's 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch, popped up foul off to the right and out of play. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Long had thrown just 8 pitches in each of the first 2 innings. Medina here determined to see a few pitches. We've already seen 5 in this at-bat, so very unlikely Long will have an 8-pitch inning. The 2-2, fastball, oh, that might have fooled the umpire. I think everybody thought that was going to break outside, and it turned out to be a fastball that was right around the corner. Called the ball, though, 3-2. The payoff, inside, ball 4. First walk issued by Tucker Long, and the batter will be the left fielder, Alex Stewart. Stewart, 3 for 5 on the young season for Southeast Polk with an RBI. Courtesy runner for the catcher, Medina, will be Cameron Hull, a junior. So Hull at first with nobody out. Second time in 3 innings, Southeast Polk's had the leadoff runner on. Now in the first inning, it was erased by a double play. Snap throw to first and not in time as Hull gets back in safely. Hull is 2 for 2 in stolen base tries. Southeast Polk 14 for 14 as a team. The pitch fouled straight back by Stewart, 0-1. Long will work quickly. If we had the major league pitch clock and timing rules, Tucker would not be affected at all. Another snap throw to first, not in time. Now, having said that, in the major leagues, you can only throw over twice during an at-bat, and Tucker's already done that. Runner goes early. Tucker throws to second. He's got him in a rundown. Palm racing him back to first. The throw to first, and that gets away. It wasn't in time anyway. Dowd has to back it up. Hall heading for second. The throw not in time. And Ottumwa went from having the runner in a pickle to seeing him end up at second base anyway. That'll be an error. I'm not sure if you give it to Palm or the first baseman, Mitchell. I think we'll give it to Palm for now. No stolen base. Well, that's a tough break for Ottumwa there. You execute perfectly. You get the runner going too early, and You can't retire him. Now a breaking ball inside to Stewart, and the count even at 1-1. A little breezy here. You know, we've got the windows open here in the press box, so that wind sometimes catches a microphone. The 1-1. Liner to right, that's a base hit. Hull held up to make sure the liner wouldn't be caught. They'll stop him at third, but runners on the corners and nobody out. And after having little trouble with the top and middle of the order, the bottom of the order giving Tucker Long some issue here. 2 on, nobody out, and the batter is the second baseman, Cale Supernaut.
Now batting number 13, Cale Supernaut.
Supernaut 1 for 8 on the young season, but he has drawn 5 walks. He's also struck out 4 times. Long still looking for his first strikeout. He could use one in this situation. Runners on the corners and nobody out. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. It's 2-1. They're waving the runner around second. Now they put on the brakes. Throw behind him to second is high, and back in safely is Stewart. Supernaut with an RBI single, and it's 2-1. That'll be an unearned run. Ottumwa probably should have had Hull out on the bases before the air. First and second, nobody out. Top of the order, Jack Casey. A bloop single his first time up before being erased on a double play in the first inning. First pitch. Outside corner strike, 0-1. Oh and 1 the count. The next offering. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on a good breaking ball, 0-2. Again, a situation where Tucker could use a strikeout. A look back at second. A long look in the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Casey down on 3 pitches for out number 1. Long's first strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. That'll bring up the shortstop, Ian McDaniel, who grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his first time up. First pitch popped up foul off to the right and out of play, 0-1. No balls and a strike. The next offering. On the outside corner, strike 2. Long may be looking for back-to-back strikeouts here as he tries to wriggle off the hook and keep his team in front. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 at a breaking ball. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night once again. Back-to-back Ks for Long, 2 down. Another strikeout brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. That'll bring up Maddox O'Connor, the third baseman, a ground ball to short his first time up. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate, 0-1. Now O'Connor halfway down the third base line to talk to his head coach, Scott Supernaut. And now he will stand back in. The 0-1. Breaking ball pop foul off to the right out of play, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. A run home for Southeast Polk. Top of the third. Ottumwa still leading 2-1. Potential tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. But Long trying to strike his way out of the inning. The 0-2. Ground ball foul, third base side. That keeps Southeast Polk in the inning. Long there was potentially a pitch away from striking out 3 batters on 9 pitches to get out of the inning. He could still get that third K here, still 0-2. Look back at second, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 and a changeup, and he strikes out the side, the 1, 2, and 3 hitters to get out of the jam. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third. Ottumwa 2, Southeast Polk 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning, Ottumwa 2, Southeast Polk 1. As the Dogs will have Jared Mitchell, Tucker Long, and Braylon Griffiths due up against the right-hander Jarrett Canada. Ottumwa got 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Southeast Polk got the bottom of their order going and got a run back in the top of this third inning. But then when the lineup went back to the top of the order, Tucker Long struck out the 1, 2, and 3 hitters with 2 on to keep Ottumwa in front. Jared Mitchell fouled out to third his first time up. Big right-handed batter will stand in for his second appearance of Game 1.
First baseman number 15, Jared Mitchell.
Again, this is just Game 1 of our Friday night doubleheader here at Legion Memorial Field, John Hart Stadium. First pitch at the bottom of the third, swing and a miss. Mitchell fooled on that one, 0-1. The 0-1 offering. Ground ball foul, third base side, 0-2. Alex Stewart, the left fielder, playing rather shallow. He's got the wind blowing in behind him, so you can understand that. Here's the 0-2. Check swing in the dirt. Did he go around? No swing. The ball got away, but Mitchell didn't run, and it was ruled no swing, so it's 1-2, but John Yeager telling Jared Mitchell, hey, if it's 2 strikes and even if you might have swung, if that ball gets away, you run. Now 1-2 to Mitchell. Canada from the first base side of the rubber. The pitch. In the dirt, low and away, 2-2. Canada up to 40 pitches as he faces his first batter of the fourth inning. Pardon me, the third inning. That pitch over but low, 3-2. Mitchell's worked the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 1. First strikeout for Canada. That'll bring up Tucker Long. An RBI single his first time up.
Now batting pitcher number 22, Tucker Long.
Long throws right-handed but bats left-handed. First pitch, bunted it, foul, third base side, 0-1. Tried to catch O'Connor at third, playing well back. But that pitch kind of came inside on Tucker, and he couldn't keep it fair. 0-1. Canada working quickly. That pitch up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 0-1 or the 1-1 offering. Ground ball to the right side. Big hop for Supernod. He'll underhand to the bag at first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the third for Ottumwa. The batter Braylon Griffiths, who was hit by a pitch his first time up.
Batting for Ottumwa, left fielder number 29, Braylon Griffiths.
Right-hander to right-hander. Canada winds and delivers. And a liner back up the middle into center field for a 2-out single. Braylon Griffiths reaches for the second time. That's Ottumwa's 4th hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Matt Mitchell, who singled his first time up. Ottumwa now 2 runs, 4 hits and an error. Southeast Polk 1 run, 3 hits and an error. Runner at first and 2 down. Let's see how aggressive Ottumwa wants to be on the base paths here. Griffiths has good speed. Time called at the plate by Matt Mitchell. First pitch in the dirt, and the throw, they try to throw behind him to first. The throw goes all the way down the right field line. Over to back it up is Casey, and hustling into second is Griffiths. The pitch was in the dirt. It bounced in front of the plate. Griffiths started for second, then stopped. He was in no man's land, but Medina came up and threw well high of the bag at first down the right field line. If Griffiths hadn't been sliding back into first, he would have ended up on third, but he had to get himself untangled at first. Made it to second. That will be an error on Medina, second of the game for Southeast Polk. Counts 1-0 to Mitchell. Now runner in scoring position and 2 down. The pitch, swing and a miss, chased a breaking ball outside, 1-1. So that's 2 errors for Southeast Polk. They're both on the catcher, Corbin Medina. The 1-1. High, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. A pause by Jared Canada. A couple looks at second and the pitch. Low and away. 3-1. Hitters count for Mitchell. Javen Rominger on deck. Two out and runner on second. A base hit to center or right almost certainly would score the run. With the left fielder, Stewart, playing shallow, that might be more of a challenge. There's a foul straight back. Mitchell wanted that pitch back. He turned around and looked at the screen as if to say, why didn't I drive that ball? 3-2. Well, you got to watch that slider break into the outside corner here if you're Matt Mitchell. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff. Swing and a miss at that slider, strike 3, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. After 3, Ottumwa 2, Rams 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning. Ottumwa 2, Southeast Polk 1. Game 1 of our Friday night doubleheader here at Legion Memorial Field, John Hart Stadium. Tucker Long, through 3 innings, has allowed a run on 3 hits. He's walked 1. He's struck out 3. All 3 of those came in the 3rd inning after a run had scored, and when Southeast Polk had 2 on and nobody out. Long just got annoyed and struck out the 1, 2, and 3 hitters in the order. Now he'll face Carson Kesey, the cleanup man, who grounded back to the mound his first time up. That pitch is outside, ball 1. That was pitch number 38 for Tucker Long. He's limited to 90 as a freshman. And there's a fly ball to shallow left center. Coming in is Griffiths. He's there, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. That's what you want to see if you're Ottumwa. 2 pitches, 1 out. The more quick outs Tucker Long gets, the deeper he can go into a game, and he knows that. Here's Brett Nicodemus, a designated hitter. He lined out to Kason Palm at second his first time up. Pitch on the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Right-hander to right-hander, the next offering. Another breaking ball, that one to the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. Long shakes off a couple of signs, now the 0-2. Fastball up and away, 1-2. Wonder if he's trying to set up that front door breaking ball in the inside corner. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pitch in the dirt, but the tag applied by Dowd for out number 2. Fourth strikeout for Tucker Long, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. That'll bring up the first baseman, Landon Hamilton, a fly ball to right his first time up. First pitch, high, ball 1. Give a shout out to Ottumwa baseball coach Neil Hartz. Told he's watching from his vehicle beyond the center field fence again. Ground ball up the middle. Thompson over. He slides to get it. Throw to first. Not in time, and it gets away. Backed up, though, by Dowd, and no advance by Hamilton. That'll be an infield hit for Landon Hamilton. Fourth hit of the game for the Rams, and that'll keep the inning alive for Corbin Medina. Medina walked his first time up, and it was his courtesy runner who scored the only run so far for Southeast Polk. That was in the third inning. 2 out for Southeast Polk here in the top of the fourth, and now a runner on first.
Catcher number 4, Corbin Medina.
They called time for a moment. I wasn't sure why. Then I realized Hamilton's bat had not been returned to the dugout yet. It was lying in that thick grass off to the right of the first baseline in foul territory. And honestly, from up here, I didn't see the bat until the first base coach picked it up out of the grass. Throw to first in the tag. Oh, not in time is a call. Ottumwa thought they might have picked off Hamilton there. That was close. Tucker Long, I'm going to predict he'll pick off at least 5 runners this season. First pitch, swing and a foul back towards the Southeast Polk on deck circle, third base side, 0-1. Bright sunshine on the field here in the city of Bridges. Ottumwa with the 2-1 lead. Throw to first, not in time. Hamilton at first does not have a stolen base this season. Again, Southeast Polk playing its 5th game, Ottumwa playing its 2nd. That pitch right down Broadway, and the count 0-2. Long working ahead of hitters for the majority of his start so far tonight. 2-1 Ottumwa, top 4, 1 on, 2 out for the Rams. The 0-2. Breaking ball just high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's see if that sets up a pitch down low around the knees at the corner. The 1-2. Swing and a slow chopper to third, charging is Mitchell. Fields it, throws on the run, not in time. Oh, it got away from Jared Mitchell. Racing to third and stopping is Hamilton. Heading to second is Medina. Well, just a slow roller. That's an infield hit, and then a throwing error on Matt Mitchell, and suddenly the tying and go-ahead runs are in scoring position with 2 out. 2 infield hits for the Rams with 2 away. That's Ottumwa's second error, and they might pay for it if Alex Stewart can get another base hit. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Long ago from the windup here. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Stewart thought he was getting a fastball, then that slider broke to the outside corner, and Stewart found himself way out in front, 0-1. The next offering. That's over, but a little high, and the count even at a ball and a strike. And it was the 4th inning on Wednesday that burned Ottumwa. The 1-1. Low, 2-1. And that inning was bolstered by a couple of hit batters with 2 out to put runners in scoring position. Indianola made Ottumwa pay. The 2-1. Outside, 3-1. First base is open. A walk would load the bases for the number 9 hitter, Supernaut, who's got an RBI single. The 3-1. Fouled back, 3-2. Two seeing eye singles with 2 away by Hamilton and Medina. And by the way, the courtesy runner for Medina, Cameron Hull, is at second base. He's getting a gigantic lead The pitch is fouled back. Hull was halfway to third, and there's a runner in front of him at third base. Now, Tucker Long's probably thinking, I don't care, I'm just going to try to get the batter out here. But boy, all he has to do is step off and start walking towards Hull. He was more than halfway to third. The 3-2. Fisted foul off to the right out of play. We'll do it again. Hull was running on the pitch from second. Hamilton was not running at third. I know Hull's trying to get a head start here, but if he's not careful, he's going to run right up Hamilton's back. Still 3-2. The pitch. Pop foul right side. Long run for Jared Mitchell. It's going to be out of reach and up against the short fence down the right field line. We'll do it again. 3-2. This inning started with a harmless fly out to left and a strikeout. Then an infield hit by Hamilton, an infield hit by Medina. Throwing error put runners at second and third. Now a 3-2 count to Alex Stewart. Hull with a giant lead again at second. The pitch. Breaking ball. Called strike three, and the inning is over. And Long is fired up as he walks off the mound. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs 2, Rams 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Southeast Polk threatened Ottumwa's lead, but Tucker Long able to pick up his 5th strikeout, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Stranded 2 runners in scoring position, and the Bulldogs still lead 2-1. Jarrett Canada out for his 4th inning of work. He's thrown 52 pitches through 3 innings. He's allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. He's walked 1. He's hit a batter. He's struck out 2. 8-9-1 due up for the Dogs. Javen Rominger, Kason Palm, Dalton Dowd. Rominger popped out to second his first time up. First pitch here. Outside corner strike, 0-1. Told you that Tucker Long throws right-handed but bats left-handed. Rominger throws left-handed but bats right-handed. Now the 0-1. Stayed high, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Rominger, swing and a miss, tied him up inside, 1-2. Canada looking for his 3rd strikeout. Rominger looking to put the ball in play. The 1-2. High, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Canada's pitch. Way high, 3-2. Full count to Rominger. The payoff. Fisted foul off to the right over the screen and out of play. We'll do it again at 3-2. Another 3-2 pitch to Javen. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a fastball for out number 1. 3rd strikeout for Jared Canada. Kason Palm, the batter, he popped out to second his first time up.
Batting for the Bulldogs, second baseman number 27, Kason Palm.
First pitch to Palm, inside corner, strike 1. Canada's 0-1 offering, high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Talk about Tucker Long only being able to throw 90 pitches. Canada not under such restrictions. The 1-1 is high, 2-1. Jared Canada is a senior. His maximum in a game is 110 pitches. That's the limit for sophomores through seniors. Here's the 2-1. Low and away, 3-1. Canada up to 62 pitches so far here with one out in the bottom of the fourth. The 3-1 to Palm. High, ball 4. Kason Palm draws a one-out walk. Those things raise the pitch count. Top of the order, Dalton Dowd, who has singled and walked. Let's see if Ottumwa can turn that one-out walk into something productive. Now, I doubt that Canada would be allowed to throw 110 pitches in his first start of the season. His limit is whatever his coaches have decided. Throw to first. Palm had a very short lead, and he's back on a dive. Ottumwa feels like they can run on this Southeast Polk battery. They've done it a few times already tonight. I don't know if Palm is one of the players they're going to have running. The pitch. Dowd bunts at third base side. It's foul. And the count 0-1. Kason, now I said I don't know if Palm's going to run, but last year Palm was 6 of 7 in stolen base tries. And Corbin Medina, the catcher, has had a few iffy throws in this game. He's got 2 errors. They weren't on stolen bases, but he's got 2 errors. Oh, no, one of them was on a stolen base. I take that back. That pitch popped up foul third base side. That's going to be playable for O'Connor as Coach Yeager gets out of the way behind the third base coaching box, and the play is made for out number 2. So Dowd fouls out to third. First time he's been retired tonight. And the bottom of the fourth is up to Tanner Shark, who's laid down 2 bunts. One was an RBI fielder's choice. He also scored a run. The other was a sacrifice bunt where he almost beat it out for a hit. Third baseman O'Connor's even with the bag, but that won't stop Shark from bunting it in this thick infield grass at Legion Memorial Field. Pitch is outside, ball 1. If Tanner can get it on the grass just inside that third baseline, get it about halfway up the line, there's nobody who's going to throw him out. But he hasn't shown bunt yet. Long pause by Canada, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tanner not scoring around that time, certainly. 2-1 Ottumwa. Runner at first and 2 down for the Bulldogs here in the bottom of the fourth. Game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight in Ottumwa. That pitch over but low, 2 balls and a strike to Shark. Canada has been behind most of the hitters in this inning and the majority of Ottumwa hitters all night long. The Bulldogs really haven't been able to fully capitalize on that yet, but they do lead 2-1. Throw to first, not nearly in time. And Palm's got a short lead right now. Ottumwa's not really threatening to run. 2-1 to Tanner. Righty to lefty. Canada's pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup. 2-2. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. Number 2 at bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2-1 the Ottumwa lead. Sharks got to make contact here to keep this inning going. 2-2. The pitch. That's outside. 3-2. Well, now we will see Kason Palm run. 3-2 with 2 outs. Hamilton, the first baseman, looks like he'll still hold him on. Palm will get a running start as this pitch comes home. Throw to first, and the throw got away. All the way down the right field line. Palm dove back in. He's around second, and he's going to keep heading for third. The throw coming in, cut off. It's a 2-base error on a pickoff attempt on what would have been a 3-2 pitch, and now a base hit would add to Ottumwa's lead. Third error for the Rams. That one charged to Jarrett Canada. Southeast Polk probably thought they could catch Palm leaning to run on the pitch. With the ball thrown into that expansive foul territory at Legion Memorial Field, all the way down the right field line. Now the 3-2. Lined up the middle, base hit. That'll score the run. Ottumwa leads 3-1. Southeast Polk made a mistake, and Tanner Shark made him pay. Palm comes home easily from third, and the Dogs restore their 2-run lead. Tanner has his second RBI of the ballgame.
RBI single by Sharp brings up the
right now, that's an unearned run.
Carter Thompson.
One of the quirks of baseball scoring, however, right now that's an unearned run because without the error, you would have Palm just at second base. Now, if Ottumwa puts a couple more hits together, it would become an earned run because it would have scored anyway, but we'll see. Carter Thompson has grounded out twice, once on a bunt. Breaking ball up and in, ball 1. Haven't seen any activity in the Southeast Polk bullpen. Rams relievers should be fresh. In their first 4 games, they only needed 3 innings total from their bullpen. There's a ground ball left side. O'Connor waits on the big hop, fields it cleanly, throws to first, and the inning is over. But Ottumwa gets a run on a hit and an error. They leave 1. And we go to the 5th inning. Dogs 3, Rams 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 5th inning, Tucker Long has a 2-run lead again. It's Ottumwa 3, Southeast Polk 1. Again, Long can only throw 90 pitches today max, and I don't know if Coach Yeager is going to let him throw all 90 in his first start of the season. Having said that, he's at 58 right now, so for him to have a chance to complete the game, he'd have to average about 10 pitches a game, or 10 pitches an inning for the final 3 innings. That's not easy to do. The last 2 innings, he's thrown 21 pitches in each of those innings. And those innings went more than 3 batters. Long could use a 1-2-3 frame. He's got to go through the top, or the 9, 1, and 2 hitters, I should say. And the first pitch to Cale Supernaut is swung on and missed, 0-1. Supernaut, an RBI single in the 3rd inning. That's the only run scored by Southeast Polk to this point. The 0-1. Breaking ball, outside corner strike, 0-2. Long is certainly dealing today. He's got the fastball, the breaking ball, and the changeup all working. The 0-2. Just off the outside corner. 1-2. That one might be in the category of umpires are not very likely to call a strike on an 0-2 pitch. The 1-2, that missed low and away. 2-2. Long thought he had strike 3 in the 0-2 pitch. He's got to not let that affect him here. The 2-2. Fastball called strike 3. Supernaut knew it, out number 1. Strikeout number 6 for Tucker Long, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Second one looking. Top of the order, Jack Casey, who has singled and struck out 1 for 2. Ottumwa 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. Southeast Polk 1 run, 5 hits, 3 errors. Swing and a slow chopper left side. Mitchell charges, can't play it on the backhand, and Casey will reach. Probably an infield hit as slowly as that ball was hit. Kind of a do-or-die play for Mitchell. I think the coaches might talk to him about trying to field that, not with a backhand, but get it off to the side a bit and field it as you normally would. It's the second softly hit single for Casey. He had a bloop single in the 1st inning and now an infield hit here in the 5th. 1 on, 1 out for Ian McDaniel, who was grounded out into a double play and struck out. Takes a pitch up high, ball 1. And Southeast Polk 14 for 14 in stolen bases on the season, but Casey, even though he's their leadoff hitter, doesn't have one. And now a pickoff throw goes down the third base line. Casey heading for second. They're waving him to third. Up with it is Shark. The long throw to third, a little bit off the money. If that had been on line, it might have been a very close play. And now both teams struggling with those pickoff throws. You've got to be careful when you're trying to pick off a runner here at Legion Memorial Field. There's so much foul territory if you throw it away. And that's a two-base error on Tucker Long. Each team now with 3 errors. So 1-0 count, runner at third, 1 down, pitch all the way to the backstop, and that's going to score the run on a wild pitch. Just like that, it's 3-2. It's almost got to feel a little snake bit right now. A slow roller for an infield hit, a two-base error on a pickoff throw, and a wild pitch scores a run. And now Long throws it outside, 3-0. And you're hearing some yelling from that Southeast Polk dugout. From the windup, Long's pitch. Right down Broadway, 3-1. Tucker just needs to calm down, trust his stuff right here. The 3-1. Low ball 4. That'll bring up Maddox O'Connor, who was grounded out and struck out 0 for 2. Second walk issued by Tucker Long, and now the tying run at first with 1 down. First pitch. Ground ball foul down the third baseline, 0-1. Three runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Bulldogs. 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Rams. Half of Southeast Polk's hits have been infield hits. The 0-1. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. And Casey will stop at second as Shark gets it back in. 3 straight have reached with 1 out. Now the Rams have the tying run in scoring position and the go-ahead run at first.
Now batting, number 10, Carson Kesey.
That brings up Carson Kesey, who has grounded back to the mound and flied out to left, 0 for 2. And Bulldog pitching coach Luke Gomat out of the dugout to try to settle down his freshman right-hander. That opposite field single by McDaniel a moment ago by O'Connor. It was hit decently. It wasn't, a screaming liner, and nothing that Long has given up in this game has been hit particularly hard. But he did get that pitch up, and it was lined over the head of Kason Palm, the second baseman. Palm actually got a lot closer to that ball than I thought he would, and it wasn't hit as hard as I initially thought it was. But having said all that, get that ball down in the zone, maybe it's a ground ball to second and you turn 2 and get out of the inning. Instead, first and second, 1 out. And the left-handed batting Kesey, the cleanup hitter at the plate. Carson Kesey, spells both the first and last name with a K. Tucker Long could use a K right here. From the stretch, look back at second, and the pitch. On the outside corner, strike 1 to the left-handed batter. Long has his sign. The 0-1. Liner into right field, base hit. Shark's going to have to jump up to catch a big hop. They're waving the tying run around third, and he'll score. Mitchell throws to third, and that gets away, and Southeast Polk has the lead. An ill-advised throw by Jared Mitchell, and the Rams lead 4-3. Kesey gets the RBI. He went to second on the throw to third. McDaniel scored easily from second. O'Connor going to third. Jared Mitchell did not have a shot at him. He threw it anyway and threw it away. Second error of the inning. 3 runs home, and the Rams lead for the first time. Batter is Brett Nicodemus. He's lined out and struck out 0 for 2. Runner at second, still only 1 out. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Just situational baseball right there. He did not have a chance to throw him out at third. The 0-1. Ground ball foul, third base side, 0-2. Also, if that ball isn't thrown to third, Southeast Polk has runners on the corners, 1 out in a tie game, and you still have a shot at a double play to get out of the inning, keep the game tied. The 0-2 pitch low and away, good stop by Dowd. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Three runs home in the 5th inning for Southeast Polk. Still only 1 away. The 1-2. Fly ball to shallow center. Rominger coming in over towards right center, makes the catch. And the throw back to second, that'll be a double play. And that'll end the inning. I'm not sure Southeast Polk is fully aware that their runner was doubled off there. They might have thought there were 2 out. I think they still thought there were 2 out, but the inning's over on a double play. But Southeast Polk takes a lead with 3 runs. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Dogs down 4-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Southeast Polk now leading 4-3. And I went back and double-checked the scorebook just to make sure I wasn't wrong. Supernaut struck out to start the inning. Casey had the infield hit, went to third on the air, scored on the wild pitch. McDaniel walked. O'Connor singled. Kesey singled. McDaniel scored. O'Connor went to third, then scored on the throwing error. Kesey went to second, then Nicodemus flew out to center, and that was only the second out. Kesey was jogging to third and was doubled off, and the way Southeast Polk was reacting, I'm not even sure their coaches knew there wasn't 2 out when that ball was hit. The scoreboard did say 2 out, and that was not the fault of the scoreboard operator. The scoreboard flipped that on its own, but the scoreboard's not official. The umpires are supposed to keep that. And Ottumwa will take the out, though. They're down a run as Jared Mitchell swings and misses strike 1.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, Jared
Mitchell 0 for 2 with a foul out and a strikeout. Jared Canada just threw his 75th pitch of the ball game, pitching with the lead for the first time. Sharp ground ball, but right out to short and right through the legs of the shortstop McDaniel. And the 4th error of the game for Southeast Polk puts a leadoff man on for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the 5th. Boy. Both of these programs are known for being very good at baseball. Southeast Polk won back-to-back state titles in the middle of the last decade. Ottumwa went to state 2 years ago and has been close to state a couple other times. They've won the conference multiple times. You would never expect a game with these two teams where they each have 4 errors, but here we are. Tucker Long trying to help his own cause. Throw to first, and Mitchell dives back in. Long has an RBI, and he bunts it with Mitchell running back towards the mound. Medina up with it late. The throw to first just in time. For out number 1, a sacrifice for Tucker Long. Score at 2-3. Corbin Medina kind of taking his time to get out to that ball, and he was nearly too late. And the batter, Braylon Griffiths, who's been hit by a pitch and has singled. Tying run at second with 1 down. The pitch. Breaking ball inside corner, strike 0-1. That buckled Braylon's knees. The 0-1. That breaking ball was inside, and Canada thought he had another strike. He's hopping around off the mound, but that ball was further in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Ground ball to the right side. Supernaut has it. Throw to first in timeout number 2. Mitchell advances to third. Griffiths grounds out to second. And the inning up to Matt Mitchell, who has singled and struck out. Base hit would tie the game here. Ottumwa could use that after giving up the lead in the top half of this 5th inning. First pitch, high, ball 1. Now the 1-0. Up and in, 2-0. Hitters count for Mitchell. Looking for his second hit of the game. The 2-0. Strike at the knees, 2-1. Mitchell reached on an air, long bunted him to second. A ground ball to the right side moved him to third. The 2-1. Up and in, 3-1. Canada's been trying to sneak that front door breaking ball in there. He got it once this inning, but he's missed more than he's made it. 3-1 to Matt Mitchell. And now Canada will step off the rubber. There is activity in the bullpen for the Rams. The 3-1. High, ball 4, so Mitchell will take the base and hand the baton to Javen Rominger. Rominger has popped out and struck out 0 for 2.
Javen Rominger.
Brody Watson, a senior, is up in the bullpen for the Rams. If Watson comes in, he'll make his season debut. Jared Mitchell at third, Matt Mitchell at first. Rominger at the plate, his chance to tie the game. 2 out in the 5th. Pitch inside on a fastball, 1-0. Snap throw to first, Matt Mitchell back in safely. One and 0 to Rominger. And now time called by the catcher, Medina. Canada comes set. The 1-0. Outside corner strike, 1-1. Bulldogs down 4-3. Runners on the corners and 2 away. The 1-1. Slow roller, third base side foul, 1-2, as Rominger checked his swing and fouled it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Each team with 4 errors. Just got to put the ball in play here. At the very least, make Southeast Polk make a play. 1-2 to Rominger. The pitch. Popped in the air, foul off to the right, out of play. We'll do it again. Good job by Javen to spoil a breaking ball around the outside corner. Still 1-2 to Javen Rominger. Runner goes. The pitch lined into center. That is off the glove of the center fielder, over his head, behind him. 1 run is in. Matt Mitchell around third. He's on his way home. Rominger stops at second. 2 runs score, and the Dogs lead it 5-4. Carson Kesey came running in, and he ran in too far. The ball carrying on him. Rominger hit it hard. He jumped up and ticked off the top of the glove. And I'm honestly trying to figure out how to score that one. I'm going to be the hometown scorer and give Rominger a 2-run double. Well, I'm not the official scorer, but I say it's a 2-run double. And now here is Kason Palm. First pitch. Fouled off to the right, 0-1.
Batting for the Bulldogs, second baseman number 27, Kason Palm.
The runs are unearned anyway. Remember, this inning started with an error. So whether you call it a hit or an error doesn't change the pitcher's ERA. And a ground ball up the middle, big hop into the glove of Supernaut at second base, throw to first. And the inning is over, but Ottumwa retakes the lead. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We go to the 6th inning. Dogs 5, Rams 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning. Tucker Long's been given the lead back. He's still on the mound. Ottumwa leading 5-4. The Bulldog freshman already committed to play for the University of Iowa baseball team. Tough luck for Iowa today, losing to Northwestern 5-4 after they beat Northwestern and scored 15 yesterday. Long is at 78 pitches as he starts the 6th inning, so he can only throw 12 more. There's activity in the Ottumwa pen, a right-hander.
Number 12, Landon Hamilton.
6, 7, and 8 due up for the Rams. Landon Hamilton, Corbin Medina, Alex Stewart. Hamilton is 1 for 2 of the single. First pitch misses, ball 1. That pitch line to the second baseman. Palmer's right there to make the catch for out number 1. 2-pitch out for Tucker Long, and gives him a glimmer of hope at least that he'll finish this 6th inning. Here is Medina, who he hasn't retired yet. Pitch inside, ball 1.
Medina.
Medina walked in the 3rd and singled in the 4th. That pitch misses, and the count 2-0. Ottumwa got 2 in the 1st. Southeast Polk 1 in the 3rd. Ottumwa 1 in the 4th. The Rams got 3 in the 5th, but Ottumwa got 2 back in the bottom of the 5th. There's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1 to Corbin Medina. Bulldogs lead 5-4. 1 out, nobody on for Southeast Polk here in the top of the 6th. The 2-1. Fouled back to the screen, right side, 2-2. Tucker Long has struck out 6. He's walked 2. He's allowed 7 hits and 4 runs, not all of them earned. The 2-2. Pop foul to the right out of play. We'll do it again. That's 85 pitches for Tucker Long. Now, if he's not at 90 at the end of this at-bat, he can pitch to another batter. The 2-2, chopper right side, foul. And we'll do it again. And there's a right-hander throwing in the Ottumwa pen. I've not been able to pick up the number. It might be A.J. Guest, who pitched well in relief on Wednesday. Still 2-2 to Corbin Medina. The pitch sailed behind him, and it's 3-2. 87 pitches for Tucker Long. And if he can, well, here's the 3-2. Popped it up on the infield. Second baseman Palm underneath it as the wind blows it over to the right side. He makes the catch, 2 down. So that's 88 pitches. The limit is 90 for a freshman or an 8th grader. Long, a freshman this season. But if you start an at-bat, you can finish it, so he can go over 90. Now, I have seen Coach Yeager yank him right at his pitch limit, last year at least, in the middle of an at-bat. First pitch, fastball strike to Alex Stewart, 0-1. That's pitch 89. Stewart has singled and struck out. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on pitch 90. Again, he can finish the at-bat. So if he can get the out here, he'll pitch 6 complete tonight. The 0-2. Check swing foul off to the right out of play. And we'll do it again, no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 swing, and is it a foul ball at the plate? It is a foul ball at the plate. Dalton Dowd picked it up in front of the plate, but the ball was fouled off the body of Stewart. Dowd was at first all set to throw. Then when he saw Stewart didn't run, he thought, well, I'll tag him, see if I can get the call. But the umpire said, no, that's foul ball. Still 0-2. Long peers over the glove, gets the sign, the 0-2. High, 1-2. I imagine Tucker knows this is his last batter of the night either way. The 1-2. Low, 2-2. Ottumwa wanted that call, didn't get it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Popped up, right side foul, Dowd over for a look, but the wind's going to blow that out of play. Still 2-2. Long battle here. If you're Ottumwa, not only do you want to see Tucker Long finish the 6th inning, but if you can get Stewart out here, you know you'll start the 7th inning with the number 9 spot in the order. And you'd much rather do that than potentially have to face the top of the order starting the top of the 7th. Ottumwa leading 5-4. Game 1 of our doubleheader here tonight. Another 2-2 pitch from Long to Stewart. Liner over a leaping Thompson into left center field for a base hit, just over his glove. Big turn at first by Stewart, but he'll hang on. And that's going to be all for Tucker Long. And Coach Yeager started out of the dugout, looks back in, maybe double checking the pitch count, but he knows his pitcher has hit his limit. So it'll be a call to the bullpen for Ottumwa. We'll tell you about the new pitcher after this 30-second timeout on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The new pitcher for Ottumwa is A.J. Guest, making his 2nd appearance of the season. He threw an inning and a third against Indianola on Wednesday. Allowed no runs, 2 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. Long will apparently stay in the game. And I saw Matt Mitchell jog off. So let's see how Ottumwa is going to reshape the infield here. Normally Long starts at second base when he doesn't pitch. Case and Palm has stayed in and Mitchell is left, so one of those two is going to third. And it'll be Case and Palm moving to third base. So that means that, at least for now, A.J. Guest is batting in Mitchell's spot, the number 7 spot.
Case and Paul moves to third base. Tucker Long goes to second base. A.J. Guest will replace Matt Mitchell.
So tying run at first, 2 down, and here's the number 9 hitter, Cale Supernaut, as A.J. Guest tries to keep the lead intact and get Ottumwa into the 7th inning. First pitch low and away, ball 1. Long in line for the win. He can't lose it, but he is responsible for the runner at first. The 1-0. Swing and a foul. Back into the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stewart at first, 1 stolen base in 1 try so far this season. Southeast Polk head coach Scott Supernaut talking to the home plate umpire for a moment, as Cale Supernaut waits to stand back in. One ball, 1 strike. Guest from the first base side of the rubber. Stewart getting a big lead over there. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. This is the spot where Ottumwa needs to find its arms. When your starter is done for the game, the home plate umpire calls time, he's got something in his eye. I hope he's okay. It is windy, or at least breezy. It's not windy, I guess. Not howling wind, but the breeze kicked up some dust there, and the umpire got a little in the eye. But this is where Ottumwa needs those relief pitchers to establish themselves. Games like this. Ottumwa up 5-4, top of the 6th, 1 on, 2 out. The 1-2. Breaking ball way high with the runner going all the way to the backstop. They're going to wave him to third. Doubt. Nope. Now he goes. The throw to third is not in time. Stewart hesitated around second and then went again, and Dowd, I think, was surprised when he went the second time and the throw a little bit late. So now the tying run at third. Stewart was running on the pitch, so I think you give him a stolen base to second, and then the wild pitch moves him to third. Guest had that breaking ball slip out of his hand. 2-2. Jared Mitchell over to offer a word of wisdom to his pitcher. Now Guest to work from the windup with the runner at third. 2-2 to Supernaut. The wind and the pitch. Popped up left side. Carter Thompson right there on the dirt. The shortstop makes the catch to retire the side. So Guest gets the job done. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Need some insurance. Ottumwa 5, Southeast Polk 4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Ottumwa 5, Southeast Polk 4. Bulldogs 5 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors. Southeast Polk 4 runs, 8 hits. They have 4 errors. Jarrett Canada is still on the mound for the Rams. He's thrown 92 pitches through 5 innings. He's allowed 5 runs.
Leading off for the Bulldogs.
Only 2 of them earned on 6 hits. He struck out 3. And he's walked 2. He's also hit a batter. Dalton Dowd, top of the order for Ottumwa, then Tanner Shark, Carter Thompson. First pitch to Dowd this time. Inside corner strike, 0-1. Dalton singled in the first, reached on a walk in the second, fouled out in the fourth. 1 for 2. Now the 0-1. Outside. Oh, that got called a strike. That has not been a strike all game. Medina, the catcher, had to reach out into the other batter's box to catch it. Suddenly, that's a strike. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball out to short. McDaniel fields this one cleanly. Throw to first in time for out number 1. All I have to say is that if we're changing the strike zone here in the bottom of the 6th, I hope that pitch is a strike in the top of the 7th. Tanner Shark, the batter. RBI bunt in the first inning, sacrifice bunt in the second, RBI single in the third, so 1 for 2, 2 runs batted in. Righty to lefty the pitch. Ground ball back to the mound, nice play by Canada to snag it, throw to first and quickly 2 down. Canada came into the inning with 92 pitches, but he's only thrown 4 to get 2 outs here. Carter Thompson, the batter. He's 0 for 3, grounded out 3 times. One of those was a bunt. There's a right-hander throwing in the Ottumwa pen as Thompson takes a strike 0-1. Curtis Mull throwing for Ottumwa. There's a ground ball off to the left, foul by Thompson, and he's down in the count 0-2. Would it be Curtis Mull, who I don't believe has pitched in a varsity game before, to come on to try to get the save in the 7th? Thompson, a little flare to first, caught by the first baseman Hamilton, and Ottumwa goes quietly. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Fasten your seatbelts, go to the top of the 7th. Bulldogs 5, Rams 4, 3 outs away from win number 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 7th inning, Ottumwa 5, Southeast Polk 4. A.J. Guest still on the mound for Ottumwa. So for the moment, he is the pitcher that John Yeager is trusting to try to lock this down and win game 1 of this doubleheader. He'll have to get through the top of the Ram order to get it done. Jack Casey, Ian McDaniel, Maddox O'Connor. Casey, 2 for 3, 2 singles. Scored a run in that 3-run 5th inning for the Rams. Ottumwa 2 in the first, Southeast Polk 1 in the third. Bulldogs got 1 back in the 4th to restore that 2-run lead. Rams got 3 in the 5th to go ahead. Ottumwa got 2 back in the bottom of the 5th to retake the lead. Now that pitch down and in to Casey, ball 1. Again, Curtis Mull, a senior, is throwing in the Ottumwa pen, the 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. Guest does not throw nearly as hard as Tucker Long, of course. That could play in his favor, as the 1-1 pitch hit him in the helmet, a breaking ball. And the tying run is on with nobody out for Southeast Polk. Breaking ball that never took the break. Here's McDaniel, and some teams in this situation might lay down a bunt. I don't think Southeast Polk has any intention of that. I could be wrong.
Batting for the Rams.
Rams 14 for 14 in stolen base tries this season. They've not had a stolen base tonight, and Jack Casey doesn't have an attempt yet this year, but will they try to run now on Guest and Dalton Dowd? Dowd's got a good arm. First pitch. Over but low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Boy, Guest would love a ground ball to short right here, or second. The 1-0. Upstairs, runner fell down, throw down to first. It goes down the right field line. Shark will back it up. Casey will stop at second. Jack Casey took a secondary lead and fell down. He was dead to rights. Dowd, I must have gotten a little excited. He threw it over Jared Mitchell's head and down the right field line. Southeast Polk was going to give Ottumwa a gift, and Ottumwa gave it back. fifth error of the game for Ottumwa. That could prove very costly. 2-0, the tying run now at second with nobody out. Bunt shown. Bunted third base side foul, 2-1. Jared Mitchell pulling an Anthony Rizzo there, coming 2/3 of the way down the first base line once McDaniel showed bunt. I am honestly surprised they called a bunt there. I mean, you've got your 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up, tying run at second, nobody out. They say you play for the win on the road and the tie at home. You lay down a bunt here, you're kind of playing for the tie. Mitchell coming in now. McDaniel pulls the bat back. Mitchell backs up. The pitch. Breaking ball, just missed the inside corner, 3-1. First base is open, but you do not want to walk the go-ahead run here. Boy, it's never easy, is it? 3 balls and a strike. Mitchell way in, bunt not shown, and that pitch over his head, ball 4. I don't think they had, after the first bunt went foul, I don't think they had any intention of bunting again. They were just trying to get Ottumwa off kilter, and it might have thrown off Guest. So now, 2 on, nobody out, and the batter Maddox O'Connor, who has grounded out, struck out, and singled and scored. He goes down to talk to his head coach for a moment. Southeast Polk hasn't really done anything here in this 7th inning. We've had a hit batter, a throwing error, and a walk. The Rams have their number 3 hitter bunt here. Ottumwa has Mitchell in on the grass at first just in case. The pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Good stop by Dowd. Right now, Guest having a lot of trouble finding the strike zone. 1-0 to Maddox O'Connor. The stretch and the pitch. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. A.J. Guest needed that one. One ball, 1 strike. The next offering. Over but low, 2-1. Look back at second by A.J. The 2-1. Ground ball foul, third base side, 2-2. Guest is not a big strikeout guy, but strikeout here would be humongous. 2 on, nobody out. Ottumwa up a run, top 7. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball lifted in the air to left, over towards the line, and having it fall in front of him is Griffiths. He at least deked out the runners long enough that nobody could score on the play, but the bases are loaded with nobody out. The wind kind of knocking that ball down. And that brings up Carson Kesey, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. He's also grounded to the mound and flied to left. Infield in at all 4 positions for Ottumwa. You do have a force out at the plate now. The pitch. Up and in, ball 1, no place to put him. Guess from the windup here, that's in there for a strike, 1-1. I'd love a ground ball back to the mound here or right at an infielder. Then you've got to make a good throw, and that's been questionable for both teams in this game. The 1-1. Lined into right. Shark will have to play it on a hop. 1 run is in. Second runner being waved around. Mitchell fires to the plate. Did he get him? What's the call? I guess he's safe. The umpire didn't make any kind of a call. 2 runs scored, and Southeast Polk leads 6-5. Should the umpire at least call safe? It was a swipe tag attempt. The throw was up the line. I thought maybe he'd put the tag on him But for the umpire to not make any call, at least any visual signal, is befuddling. So here is Brett Nicodemus, who has lined out, struck out, and flied into a double play. Runners on the corner, still nobody out. First pitch here, runner goes inside, and they will not throw through. Kesey steals second without a throw. 1-0 now to Nicodemus. So Casey scored from third. McDaniel scored from second. We're going to call that Casey run unearned, as now the infield back in at all four positions. That pitch inside, spinning Nicodemus off the plate, 2-0. Remember, Casey was hit by a pitch, then on a pitch to the plate, fell down and would have been thrown out, but the throw went into right field. That pitch high, 3-0. So when you consider that a good throw to first would have had him easily, he was still sitting down when the ball went into right field. Pitch in the dirt, ball 4. It's all the way to the backstop, and that'll score a run. It is 7-5, and the wheels are coming off for Ottumwa here. Runners on the corners now for Landon Hamilton, and that's going to be all for A.J. Guest as John Yeager out of the dugout, and following him is Curtis Mull, who was warming up earlier. So another call to the bullpen for Ottumwa. We'll take 30 seconds and return on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And to be perfectly honest, folks, that's about all I know about him. Was not on the team last season, at least not on the varsity team. And he'll make his Ottumwa varsity debut here in a spot where they're just asking him to find a way to get out of this inning without the deficit being too great. Top of the 7th, Ottumwa began the inning up 5-4. They now trail 7-5. A.J. Guest, a pitch to third of an inning plus, facing 5 batters in the top of the 7th. He's been charged with 3 runs. He's allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, and a hit batter. And he's responsible for the runners at first and third. Kesey at third, Nicodemus at first. Landon Hamilton is due up for Southeast Polk. But unless Ottumwa can get out of this inning, there's still nobody out. Unless Ottumwa can get out of this inning and then pull a rabbit out of the hat in the bottom of the 7th, this is headed for the books as another one of those frustrating games against Southeast Polk where the Bulldogs had a chance or multiple chances to win but could not get the job done. Still time, though. Let's see how Mull fares. First batter he faces is Hamilton. Pitch low and away, ball 1. Hamilton, 1 for 3. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. Down and in. Delayed steal. Throw down to second. The tag. And out at second is Nicodemus. Ran on the pitch in the dirt, but Dowd picked it up. Mull nearly caught that throw and then thought better of it. And I believe it was Carter Thompson to make the play, so Nicodemus caught stealing 2-6 for out number 1. That helps. That pitch over the head of Hamilton, 3-0. Now runner at third and 1 down. Mull from the windup first base side of the rubber. That Pitch outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Third walk of the inning issued by Ottumwa pitching, plus a hit batter. That'll bring up the catcher, Corbin Medina.
Corbin Medina batting.
He's walked, he's singled, and he's popped out. First pitch over but low, ball 1. Southeast Polk now up 7-5. The pitch. Inside corner strike, 1-1, and Mull finally gets one into the zone. The 1-1 pitch. Over but low on the outside corner, 2-1. Andrew Evans is warming in the Ottumwa bullpen. Runner from first goes, pitch is outside, throw down to second, runner coming home, and everybody's safe, and it's 8-5. Double steal as Kesey comes home. Two balls and a strike to Medina, 3 balls and a strike making. Three and 1 the count. That pitch up and away. No, not 3-1. Maybe it was 2-2. Now it's 3-2. Curtis Mull's 3-2 pitch way outside, ball 4. Runner heading to third. The throw down to third, the tag, and out at third is Hamilton. That pitch was way outside. I think Hamilton thought it was going to get away from Dalton Dowd. Dowd caught it cleanly and fired a strike to Kason Palm at third to make the tag for the second out. So it's another walk, but Southeast Polk has given Ottumwa 2 outs on the bases, and honestly, they should have given him 3, going back to the first batter of the inning. So 2 down, runner at first, and the batter is Alex Stewart. Stewart is 2 for 3 with 2 singles, a stolen base, and a strikeout. Or pardon me, this is not Stewart. Cameron Hull, who'd been a courtesy runner earlier in the game, is now batting in place of Stewart here. First pitch, missed, ball 1. Hull is only getting his second at-bat. He's 1 for 1 on the young season. And he bunts it. Mull off the mound to field it quickly, fires to first low, and Mitchell can't scoop it. Racing for third is Hamilton. They're going to wave him around. Shark fires to the plate. It's up the line. Runner heading to third. Nobody's covering third. And it's 9-5. So Hull will get an infield hit. And then he'll advance to third, and the run will score on the throwing error by Mull. Ottumwa's 6th error of the game. It is a 5-run 7th for Southeast Polk. Pitch to Cale Supernaut is on the outside corner for a called strike. That pitch up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ottumwa now down 9-5. The 1-1. Up and in, 2-1. I hate to mention this, but Ottumwa pitching has not retired a batter this inning. Both outs have been on the bases. The 2-1 behind him. Good snag by Dowd, 3-1. Supernaut, the 9th batter of the inning. Three balls and a strike. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. See if Curtis Mull can throw that pitch again. The 3-2. Nope, came inside, ball 4. Third walk issued by Mull. Back to the top of the order, and Jack Casey, who started this disastrous inning off with a hit by pitch, and then he should have been out at first. He fell down, taking a secondary lead. The throw that would have gotten him went down the right field line, and Southeast Polk was off and running. Pitch up and away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Ottumwa down 4. Runner goes, pitch is high. Dowd will not throw through. Supernaut will steal second unopposed. Two and 1 to Jack Casey. The pitch. Inside corner, strike 2-2. Five runs home in the top of the 7th. The 2-2 pitch, and it hit him, and that'll load the bases. Going to get a pinch hitter here. Ian McDaniel is due up, but Tate Thompson, a junior, will take the at-bat, but I don't think he'll face Mull as Coach Yeager is coming out of the dugout again. Another call to the bullpen for Ottumwa. We'll take 30 seconds and tell you about the new Bulldog pitcher on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The new pitcher for Ottumwa is Andrew Evans, another right-hander for OHS, making his varsity debut. Comes in with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Southeast Polk has the bases loaded. They've already plated 5 in the inning, and they lead Ottumwa 9-5. Ottumwa carried a 5-4 lead into the top of this 7th inning, but a hit batter, a walk, a couple of singles, another 3 walks, a bunt single, another walk, a hit batter. Couple of errors in the inning. And arguably the first error of the inning was the most costly. Go back to Jack Casey's first at-bat of the frame, or first plate appearance. He was hit by a pitch. He's on first, and then he tries to take a secondary lead and falls down as the pitch comes in. Dalton Dowd, all he's got to do is throw to first, and Casey's out for the first out of the inning with nobody on, but the throw went down the right field line. First pitch. In there for a strike, and the runner on first took off for second. Now they got him in a run now, but they got to worry about the runner at third, and Jared Mitchell's just going to bring the ball back to the mound. I have no idea where the runner on first, Jack Casey, was going. Believe the pitch was a ball. Evans from the windup, and the next offering to Thobson. Lined into left. That's a base hit. Over towards the line. Griffiths will cut it off. That's going to score 2. Throw into third, and not in time, as into second on the throw goes Thobson. The pinch hitter with the 2-run single, and it is 11-5. That'll bring up Maddox O'Connor. He's singled and scored in this inning. He's 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 runs.
Now batting Maddox O'Connor.
Baseball people around this state will look at this score and think, oh, Southeast Polk just blew out Ottumwa. Ottumwa was 3 outs away from winning this game when this inning started. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. And this inning, unfortunately, erases a very good outing by Tucker Long. Pitch upstairs, 2-0. The 6 error is obviously a huge concern. Southeast Polk has 4 errors. Both these teams have made a lot of mistakes. There's a fly ball to center, pretty well hit. Romiger's got a beat on it, though. Takes his cap off again to make the catch. And the inning finally comes to an end. 7 runs scored, and I don't think I need to tell any more of the story. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Touchdown to tie, extra point to win it, 11-5 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning. We hoped we wouldn't see this frame, but Southeast Polk with a 7 spot on the board in the top half. And they lead Ottumwa 11-5. It'll be Jared Mitchell, Tucker Long, Braylon Griffiths. And Jared Canada is still on the mound for Southeast Polk. He's at 99 pitches. And I'm very surprised in his first start of the season that he's coming out to throw the 7th inning with this many pitches. He can only throw 11, and he hits the pitch limit. First pitch to Jared Mitchell, swing and a miss, 0-1. Jared is 0 for 3, but did reach on an error and score a run in the 5th when Ottumwa retook the lead. There is some activity in the pen as Mitchell hits a drive down the left field line. That's down for a hit. Sliding to try to cut it off is Stewart, and he'll get it back in and hold Mitchell to a leadoff single. Well, an avalanche starts with a couple of pebbles rolling down a hill. Ottumwa's got the leadoff man on. Tucker Long, the batter, he stayed in the game after ending his pitching night to play second base. First pitch, outside corner strike, 0-1. I'm not going to pretend that it matters too much down 6, but those pitches around that outside corner weren't strikes early in the game. That pitch is high, and the count even at 1-1. The next offering up and away, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, outside, 3-1. Mitchell at first, 3-1 to Tucker Long. Canada's pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. First 2 have reached.
Batting for the Bulldogs, Braylon Griffith.
And that's probably going to be all for Jared Canada. He's up to 107 pitches, and indeed it will be a call to the pen for Southeast Polk. So we'll take 30 seconds and tell you about the new pitcher after this on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The new Southeast Polk pitcher is right-hander Brody Watson. He is a senior, making his first appearance this season, and he did not have any stats last season. Big right-handed pitcher. Comes on here in the top of the 7th. Ottumwa has first and second, nobody out, but they've got a long way to go, trailing 11-5. Jared Canada, 6 innings pitched, plus 2 batters here in the 7th inning, charged with 5 runs. Only 2 of them earned. And he is responsible for the 2 runners on base. Braylon Griffith's the batter, and a ground ball left side in the hole at short. McDaniel, the throw to second for 1, the throw to first not nearly in time. So a fielder's choice grounder. Jaron Mitchell advances to third. Tucker Long retired at second, 6-4. Griffiths at first. Runners on the corners, 1 out. And here is Andrew Evans.
Batting for the Bulldogs, pitcher number 13, Andrew Evans.
So Evans will get his first career at-bat. See if the young man can pick up an RBI here. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. The 1-0, high 2-0. Hitters count for Andrew Evans. 2 balls, no strikes. Watson's pitch in there for a strike, and the count 2-1. This has been a long ball game. It's over 2 hours old, and we still have a second game to play tonight. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss, runner goes. Throw down to second is in time. Braylon caught stealing, and now it's a runner on third, 2 down, and Ottumwa down to its final strike. Two and 2 to Andrew Evans. The pitch. Breaking ball, called strike 3, and that'll do it. And the final score is Southeast Polk 11 and Ottumwa 5. We'll take 3 minutes, come back and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa!
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back to John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field. We're game one of our Friday night doubleheader is in the books. Ottumwa had a 5-4 lead going to the top of the 7th against Southeast Polk. But the Rams explode for 7 runs in the final inning, and they win it by a score of 11-5. The totals for the Rams: 11 runs, 13 hits, 4 errors. Jarrett Canada, the winning pitcher, he is 1-0. For Ottumwa, 5 runs, 6 hits, 6 errors. A.J. Guest takes the loss in relief. He is 0-1. The ball game took 2 hours and 12 minutes to complete. Ottumwa falls to 0-2. Southeast Polk improves to 5-0. Ottumwa will have a chance to split the doubleheader coming up in about 20 minutes or so as they take on Southeast Polk in Game 2. What we will do right now on the video side, we're going to end the Game 1 feed and get that ready for uploading later tonight. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes for Game 2. On the radio side, it'll be a 10-minute trip back to the studio. We'll get you an update from Radio Iowa News, Radio Iowa Sports, and in 10 minutes, radio and video will rejoin from Legion Memorial Field, John Hart Stadium, and we'll get you ready for Game 2. So we'll have about 10 minutes to gather lineups and get ready. We'll be back with you for Game 2, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more in about 10 minutes on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.